Hey, what's up, everybody? The Senior Scientist, and I know there's a lot of fear and worry, and my goodness, I listen to some of these YouTube videos, and they're like, oh my gosh, bear cycle, and get out, get out. Part of my channel started with Wyckoff. If you don't know who Wyckoff is, go look him up. He was a cool dude, and he was a titan, considered one of 5 titans in stock market analysis. Won the Nobel Prize. Genius is what he's known as. So anyway, this is Wyckoff accumulation, not distribution, okay? So, I mean, it couldn't be any plainer. So let me just kind of show you here by this diagram. So this is Wyckoff accumulation, all right? So this is kind of shows you, let me try to see if I can overlay these here. All right, I'll try to do it like this here. And we'll pull up the screen. Okay, not you. Goodbye. Whoops. Okay. Let me just resize that. I'd love to see how to overlay these things. But anyway, let's see if we can do this here. So we can get them kind of lined up a little bit more. All right, so see that point right here? We're gonna kind of focus on that. So it's not focusing on my camera. Anyway, we have a preliminary support, kind of a arrow pointed up. Wow, that is focus horrible. That's your preliminary support. Then it goes up above that. So preliminary support up above that comes down. And actually you have this, sorry. This is tough to focus on. This is a bad way to do it, I know. All right, anyway. So you've got that little U shape. This just looks different because it comes down here and wicks down. But anyway, that's your U shape. Not U. What would that be? An N. Anyway, so then it comes up for the automatic rally. That's this up here. Comes back down, and so you've got these, selling climax. Grief, this is unbelievable. Selling climax. There we go. Kind of better. Selling climax. So your selling climax would be right there. Comes up into your automatic rally. Comes down for another test. That's your second test. That's in phase A. Then you go to phase B. And you have, a test there and a test there with this semi-arrow. That's a knife shape. So it's almost straight up and then gradually goes down into these two bottoms. So that's your secondary test 1 and 2. And so we come up there, okay? And so we've got probably right there. There's your test right there, I think, yeah. So that's your first test. Could be this one though, too. No, they gotta be higher lows there. Okay, so it's that one, comes up, that's your sharp rise down. And then that low, which is higher than that. So that's your second test, number 1, secondary test, number 2, in phase B, just like it is here. Boom, boom, okay? And then it starts coming up. So this one has this spring coming down. You don't have to have a spring in Wyckoff accumulation. So let's just erase that. And instead, it's just gonna go up. And so there we go. We go up here, okay? Now, we're still not out, okay? We just went from phase B to phase C. So this is phase C here. And then it does a sign of support in phase D. The real wealth, according to Wyckoff, is built in phase E, okay? Not phase D, all right? So then we went up, showed sign of support, but then we came back down. Yes, if you read Wyckoff, he says it can sometimes come down and retest your spring. You know, it didn't have a spring, so maybe that's kind of like putting that spring in at this point. So there's two possibilities here. One is just retesting the top here. I think it's also putting in, it kind of came up, showed some sign of support. I think it's just coming down, yeah, and just testing that, or also putting in a spring. The bottom line is, this is all accumulation, okay? This is the test they're running, supply and demand. So the volume, you know, this Coinbase, I don't know. Volume kind of, I mean, it should be dying off through here. You know, you get a little spike, maybe right here with that. So let me shut the area off here and see. So looks different. The shape looks a little different, you know, but whatever. But anyway, yeah, so that, how far low did that go? The point is that this is accumulation, and I think it's just testing that region again, coming down to the bottom of that trading region that I just put in. So picking up all the rest of the supply before launching. So that's what we should see. And then it'll get up above here, probably sweep that high and come back down, maybe probably show a sign of support up here and then go. But the bottom line is that we're pretty close. We're pretty close. And so this also matches kind of the diagram I've been posting for the last like few months. It's tough to see the timing of it all, but you know, nothing's changed. Like the low that we put in back, so this is on the weekly scale, the low that we put in way back here. Oh, first of all, look at that nice, is it building bullish divergence? Not yet. In October, that is the low. Anyway, we're putting in a higher low. So what? What's the panic about? I don't get it. I don't get what the panic is all about. Plus, this thing shows Wyckoff accumulation on various time scales. So this is our sign of support here, getting ready to go into E on the weekly scale. So I mean, it's amazing. It truly is an amazing chart. It really is, because you have Wyckoff on these big, large time scales. And so like all this is accumulation. You can go through and detail all those Wyckoff things on the weekly scale. Plus we're in this, you know, triangle pattern. Okay, I gotta get going, but hopefully that helps a little bit, just to show you that stop worrying. I mean, everything matches perfectly what we've been going through, but also on the weekly scale. I don't want to go through all that again. I've hashed through that a million times. So yeah, so this is like from what I looked at the other pattern, and I said it was been following that for like years. It still is, because you know what I said, it would put in kind of this shape here, that would go up, oh, excuse me, let me actually go back. That would go up, down, and then this would come up higher, and then this would come lower and put in a low, and it did that. And then we would launch from there, right? Well, yeah, we are. It's just coming down here. Probably gonna do this, and then boom, then we're off. Okay, so again, I can't get the timing right. I mean, is a hash mark a day or is it a week? Like, you know, this is on the weekly scale. Each one of those hash marks is a week. So, I mean, it could be, but what I'm looking at is what is our next general move, right? And, you know, the next move isn't down. It's not a bear market. All right, our next move isn't going down here. It just doesn't exist. Our next move, we're testing the top of this overall triangle downtrend, by the way. You know, so there's like multiple things going on, but our next move, this was the low, in my opinion, back in October. So that's the low. You're just catching the next low, and then It'll probably come up here, do this, then boom. Or it might just go boom. It's tough to determine that, you know, from one hash mark to the exact next. It's too fine of a scale. All right, see ya.